Welcome to the stream. It's Pepper Guy, it's Ice Cream Guy. Can be both. Exercising evil feels weirdly appropriate for what's happening currently. There was a murder. And our friend, question mark, Flint, question mark, has been framed. Question mark. So let's try and clear his name, question mark, and get to the bottom of what's really going on. One there was who hunted the moon. With the damselet, you not only uncover surprising truths from your memories, but also learn the true identity of the phantom masquerading as your sibling. He may well be one of the 5 sinners Dainslev once mentioned, Rerir, the Rächer of Solnari. There's also someone else here on the way, so let's talk to them before we get into things. Gotta get these done when they do appear, or else they will never disappear. That said, where? Oh, there he is.
This should just about do it.
Mika, what brings you here?
Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here.
We are kind of running into everybody around here.
Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Nod-Krai.
The Knights of Favonius knew I'd be coming. That Grandmaster Vaka.
Yes. The Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he? He also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you. But the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand.
Where is he? Things were indeed in order, don't worry. Even got me some amazing accommodations.
Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to come look for us whenever.
This guy sounds like a gnome, and you don't think it was the case before. He might have had a voice actor change. It also sounded weird to me, for what it's worth.
After all, you're our honorary knight, a valued member of our order.
But also, he might be a gnome.
That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt.
In that case, I'd like some apple cider.
Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider.
Well, I did ask for the cider.
Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. Guess he was right.
Kaya thought of even that, and expect nothing less from his razor-sharp mind.
Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes.
This is our chance, let's just leave.
Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste.
You didn't bring some for the Grandmaster? I heard he loves his liquor.
I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him. At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Nod-Krai, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway.
In that little bag of yours. I mean, I shouldn't say that, considering what's in my bag.
She'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered. Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madams and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free. That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Farewell, Mika the Goblin. And we actually got the apple cider. I was wondering. So, this back alley. Sneaking missions start. Night falls
I
quickly.
understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh, would that...
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
I don't know how I feel that Paimon and I keep being on the same wavelength.
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Why are you being ominous? Can you not be ominous?
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
We are not being sneaky or anything.
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation.
Yes.
Yep, that's us.
Sorry, I know it's a bit late, but there's a couple of things we'd like to take a look at.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so.
Find anything new?
Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
Expert use of delaying tactics on her part. Excellent work.
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going in. See you later.
Time to steal a corpse.
For now, please keep the current situation confidential.
Only because you asked so nicely.
Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on.
I mean, we can just leave normally again.
Something the matter?
There's a strange light by the window.
Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly?
Is he in the lantern? Why can't I just switch between your elements like that?
Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
Now that's what I call going incognito. Isn't it the opposite of stealth if a lamp just flies up? A lit lamp at that in the night. Like, that's visible.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark.
I see.
I calculated that you would have already entered. So I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal.
You thought of everything.
As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
What you just did, surely that can't be accomplished through elemental power alone.
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all.
Nah, he's not gonna die. It's too late for that.
Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself.
It's very faint. There's some residual power near the wound that feels identical to the abyssal energy that surged from Flynn's lantern.
Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nashatown. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned.
They said that the crime scene investigation is already complete. There should no longer be a need to keep this place exactly as is.
Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Maybe he doesn't work alone. Maybe he's just a muscle.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Oh, this is so frustrating!
Is that all? Have we really tried every angle? Found every clue? Ah! Paimon, look at the flashing light on his arm.
You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that...
When we were fixing the cannon, his arm was working just fine.
Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
Let's sever his arm and bring it to that whiz kid. Yes, good idea. Let's do that. We said we are gonna disturb the peace of the dead anyways, so...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there were some way to prove it.
If something needed maintenance, you'd go register it with Nashatown's repairman.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Why are you so spooky? So, got any hints for us?
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other.
Well, that solves our mystery.
What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise.
He was too nice of a character.
8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm was actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
That means that that means that the only thing he did as Sosi was fire the cannon.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild hunt, and it works as intended.
Yeah, I was speculating last time that it would misfire, and now it seems even more likely that it should have misfired.
But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kinda down. And sleepy too.
We've been on edge for too long, it seems.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
Want to rest a day in Nashor Town? Your residence is quite far away.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
I think our room is already paid for.
Phew, back inside. Whew, we can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
Good thing nobody's asking why we are carrying that lamp around.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time?
Yes, which is why I asked you to give it to me.
I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
Raria seems fixated on you, and you on him.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Come on, don't play games with me.
Yeah, you're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits.
So you are not human then?
But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae?
Not sure we did.
This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands.
Paimon, how much Fae are you, considering?
When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the final night cemetery.
And that's why you chose to become a Lightkeeper.
Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Canon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? I'm super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort.
Looking forward to you betraying us anyway.
Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a Fae.
Because Fae are certainly not a thing that's usually to be trusted. But don't worry, I won't say a thing.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
The Ashen White Order burns.
It's getting late.
Late it gets. What are you hopping for? The flowers?
Noise. What's going on this time?
Paimon vision.
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint's is a Wild Hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
Okay, time to fight all these.
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the Wild Hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us?
We were carrying his lamp through town. Something fishy about this. I doubt it's because of anything we did.
What do you mean?
They clearly know something. Why else would they be talking about a Wild Hunt shapeshifter?
This is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right now. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either.
Let's go buy some time.
Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint's face to face.
And where did that evidence come from, mayhaps?
Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait, it's...
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
Be sure to check inside the bread.
No sign of Flint.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh? So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flint's and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the wild hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I, alone, noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the Curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehoda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
Flint might already be waiting for us there. Like this guy. Very excited. Actually, he may have already left. No, because he couldn't just walk out considering everybody's looking for him.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Everybody's
Is
here.
he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite? Or what?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rerir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Prince mentioned that if the cannon were fired at the Wild Hunt, the fragments would be blasted into oblivion too.
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them, right?
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
Fragments, the cannon, Kuvaki, Rerir, and the Abyss. There must be some thread linking all these factors together. Besides, is getting revenge on Flint's truly Rerir's sole aim? We're missing some decisive connection here. We are running out of time.
There are 3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Since that's the case, I'd like to investigate something on the Lightkeepers and on one more time.
Works for me. Ineffa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The Curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Are you so happy about working together?
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
If you run into Rerir, do not engage him. He's grown much stronger since our last encounter.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha! Stay safe, everyone.
Huh.
Now he has left.
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Go to the Final Night Cemetery to meet Flint's. Where is that? Two kilometers that way. Oh, that island. Makes sense. That's also where our last Meeting Point Chronicles is what they are called. We won't do that now, obviously. We'll do that maybe at the end of today, depending on how long the main story takes us. Is this deep water? Well, doesn't matter to us. Well, that ghost just left.
Oh, no one's guarding this place just like he said. But, oh, where do we find the information he mentioned?
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Yeah, this might be...
difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rereer, we need to dive into Nod-Krai's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost!
What's the matter?
That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just kind of happen?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them.
But that file really did move by itself. Hey, come out! Don't scare Paimon like that.
I don't sense anything.
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log?
Why did you just pull out one page when a whole book moved?
Hey, another file's moving.
With a similar title too. You can read that from there.
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being aided somehow.
Hinter, where are you hiding?
Really? Hey, seriously, another one? Okay then. Paimon will read this one.
If it's a good poltergeist, then they'll just move every book one by one. Looking helpful at first, but then increasingly becoming less helpful.
Phew! Finally finished. Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Pretty much the same here.
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
All right. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look, all these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. Huh? But why?
Was Rare actively clearing these sites?
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki in nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If the Wild Hunt's power had already been neutralized, why would another large-scale Wild Hunt occur soon after?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a Tide Seal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
The Wild Hunt was not suppressed by Kuvaki. Instead it became stronger. And the Rare wants to use Aino's cannon, the ammo of which is also made using Kuvaki. Could it be he can use Kuvaki?
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt. This is just like the abyssal threat the ancient dragons faced.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
So Rare also grew stronger on account of the cannon being fired?
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rare, disguised as Sosi, left at that point.
To get shot by a laser.
Leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question. What makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
That's still a mystery.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look.
Best kind of guest.
It's an ibis.
And we have nobody that can talk to animals with us.
It's carrying a letter! Oh, Lala must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
Well, he clearly wants more.
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met.
It's Rare turned into a bird, trying to mislead us with a letter.
If this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
A complete sinner.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
We'll just have to trust them.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rerir, and that's where we'll stop him. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
You're here, as expected.
Well, that was fast. We just flew over there real quick.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
Still looking kinda incomplete there. At least missing one arm.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline. This is the truth I have revealed to them.
So that's why you riled them all up. You are baiting them into firing the cannon.
They did this all of their own volition. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aina would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach to deal with them. The cannon will not be stopped now.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams, but now it seems useless to you. What is it exactly?
That is my corpse.
Sorry, what?
I mean, he doesn't look super alive or anything.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner or later, they shall welcome my return.
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began collecting more within wild hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and over, yet always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones thousands of times and more, but that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing.
Wanna go for another round then? It's going to turn out the same, you know.
I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way. Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rerir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the Wild Hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters, the likes of which we've never seen before. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis, so they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation. This must be stopped in a timely manner.
Well, about that, people have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in. What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Let me over there. What are they gonna do? Stop me?
Oh no, someone's stealing your family members again.
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Ominous.
Possibility, high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would she go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then she's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that her trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.
Let's beat up everybody in town. There they are, or so they say. Oh, the people pointing at me are gone already.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it won't be so easy from here on out. Looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to force our way through.
Is that Lady Lama? But are you really her?
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long. It is not something that anyone else could imitate.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but the others, well, they'll be on high alert.
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. There should be no reason for me to intervene. But you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to start a new life. It is unfair, unjust, that you should be dragged into this mess just as that life was about to begin. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for everyone here who wishes to live their lives free from this chaos. Please, have faith in our long-standing friendship, and that this is where my heart has led me.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you. Please help us.
Then come. I need you to step forward alongside me, and to do your part too.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone. Let us meet again later.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need to contact some... let's call them friends in high places, shall we?
But...
Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone! That is, if we can.
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her, everyone. It's her.
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
She did that on her own. I guess we are being intimidating now. Can you maybe not steal the bread and stuff?
Go.
Please, calm down. They are clearly innocent.
Thank you.
You mind your own business.
Ooh. Where?
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction.
They sure are not standing in my way.
To make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Enougha, give her a crunkake.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure takes priority.
Sad because no crumb-kake.
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs, but in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor ulterior motives. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then follow me, you who are lost. I am no god, but so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us.
Oh, that's some antlers.
Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusions by which our foe seeks to beguile us.
Intimidation plus 1000%.
Let's go, Enougha. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! And get out of there!
brace for impact.
Everybody gets their role. And some CG.
Knuckle, what are you doing here?
Oh no! Oh, and you're not helping, huh?
Preparing for dust up. Defensive mode engaged. Insulation chamber deployed. Except
Chew on this. Let's attack.
Interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode. Defensive mode engaged.
Go. Easy peasy. What made you think I couldn't take on one of my own designs, huh? This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
I did say everyone, yes.
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete. The cannon is going through its final pre-fire checks.
Oh, alright. Let's hit the emergency brake.
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town likely to be blasted skyward.
Hey, a Sky Town. Nice.
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind.
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
Break it manually.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, intili potutos. In necritus necrus baptisi, que ondes tu zonos pentusi. Osesticos palatin pirantur resurcu, topir aetion veratum.
Hands. He's a butterfly now. Well, hi there, Rare Rear. Did appreciate the Fatui facility getting some stray shots there. Don't care about those people.
Well, that's not good.
Really, no. You say so. Why even have a cannon if two people can reflect its shot? Well, it's not supposed to shoot people. It's supposed to shoot the Wild Hunt.
Sluggish, torpid. This body is a disappointment.
Well, then go back into your cocoon and die.
I can barely muster 10% of my original strength. You've ruined everything again.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human body back, did you?
What's with him?
He seems unstable. This is bad. His presence feels completely different now. He's even stronger than before.
Verfnir, Rhine-daughter, Flinders.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you. A monster fueled by nothing but his own obsession.
Matters not. Having a heart, being human, it's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly insignificant. You matter not. Does anything in this world. None of it matters to me!
Calm down now.
Fools. Time to die!
Guess not. Guess we'll have to calm you down then.
You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid, laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
Well, guess someone got us out of here. Didn't expect the cavalry to show up and help us.
We're safe?
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude, dear madam. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were it not an emergency.
Huh. Talk about a good judge of character.
Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case, I count myself fortunate to be your associate.
Columbina! What did you do that for?
You get along so well.
I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the score.
It felt like you were starting to lose.
But he still broke through, did he not? What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash, but battles just get chaotic. Oh, so you actually thought you could win? Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier. Or you could adopt my previous recommendation and... Hey, listen here, Columbina! I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now. Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your research. So you went and cooped yourself up all alone. That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you.
Yeah, and also thanks to Marionette for stepping in. At least she bought some time. Hey, why so wound up? Don't rub it in. It would have been in a tight spot without you. That was quite unexpected.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you've done much for me yourselves. And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride too. But that was as much as I could do.
I guess it is too early for our boss battle against the Relia.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please call me Flint. It is my honor to make the acquaintance of one such as yourself.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again. At this point, it doesn't seem like we can beat him.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans for now at least.
Yeah, it seems he's stuck at a mere 10% of his full power.
But we still don't know what his aims are, and he may continue gathering power. So we must be very careful.
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence.
That means it's safe out there for now, right?
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that?
No.
I see. Curious.
Oh yeah! The cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head back and check on them.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry.
Thank you. I'm assuming that sound means you can't do that every time we are in trouble.
My strength still isn't returning. It seems my time is running out.
Oh no, just as the singing was starting. Rest beyond reach.
Let's ride! Ho!
Fortunately, we were able to minimize the harm. Only a few townspeople were hurt. But the Reikir of Solnari has now gained a complete form, while we still know nothing about his goals.
It seems we have done something akin to releasing a vicious Kukusaur into the wild. I'm sorry. Is no one here familiar with Kukusaurs?
We got it.
Paimon knows what you mean, but that analogy seems more than slightly understated.
He said that this world means nothing to him, so it is possible that he doesn't have a reason to fight us at the moment. If his objective had been revenge alone, we would likely have no recourse.
Is there, still time for me to tender my resignation?
It's time for your Hoda to find more faces somehow.
Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. I know there's no running now.
So my cannon, my pride and joy was a hindrance rather than a help. You know what? I'm gonna dismantle it right now.
This wasn't your fault, I know. Nor was it the cannons. But maybe you should just make a regular laser and not one with weird magical energy.
That's right. And it still works on normal wild hunt anomalies. Don't let this get you down, I know.
Flint's, we'll need you to attend to the aftermath with the Lightkeepers. Don't worry, I've explained everything to them. You're in the clear.
My thanks. For that and for everything else I hear you did to help us arrive at the truth.
Had you been willing to show yourself in public more often, you would not have been so easy to isolate, you know.
Point taken. I will give that some thought. I suppose that's one way I'd benefit from replacing Sergeant Major Sosi.
You mean you're being promoted?
He's joking, Paimon.
Was Paimon the only one who didn't get that?
Well, if you've got a moment, would you like to come with me?
Always. While everybody else leaves.
There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send off on his final journey. This man was like a lighthouse. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. But people, once used to illumination, are apt to ignore the lantern's presence. Slowly, gradually, he came to think as such himself.
It was like a lighthouse even after death, blinking. Yeah.
I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work to be done. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated the path for others. Every shadow born of the light shall remember it.
Oh, poor guy.
Once heard the tale of a lantern fae.
I've heard that one too.
And I'd like to say the same to him. There's no need to be so fixated on the outcome.
Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, that Rerir achieved his goals. But we will pursue him to the last, even if the outcome is not what we wish for. It is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
I'm glad to hear that's how you see it.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain?
Not right now, Paimon. I'll tell you when we get back.
Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Just the same, he said. Optional objectives. Is there optional objectives before I touch that? Oh, yeah. Chat with Nefer and Lama, chat with Nefer and Yehoda, chat with Aino and Flins, chat with Dory. Well, can do that. Good thing I didn't just step into the light.
Boss, do you remember that thing that I wanted to ask your opinion about? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort should the Curatorium of Secrets put in if we were to work with others again? Is that a 1? Isn't that kinda low?
Guess again.
Wait. You mean 0? But wouldn't we just be slapping our brand on the joint venture and calling it a day? Why even team up at that point?
Yehoda, what I mean to say is that there's neither an upper nor lower limit.
Aw, that's just like you, boss. Always thinking ahead. Wait a minute. That's not an answer at all. Is it? Oh, come on. Just give me a number, boss. Please.
No numbers for you. Oh yeah, Dory is also right here, so let's do that next. Gotta have our episodely visit to Dory.
What brings you here? Didn't expect to see you around again.
And where have you been, huh? Didn't run away or anything, did ya?
Oh, of course not. I was simply elsewhere discussing business deals. Indeed, it was all thanks to you that my little store was saved. I am grateful, so grateful.
Okay, you can cut it with the acting now.
What? Why, I wasn't acting in the slightest. And didn't I tell you that my prices were reasonable? Oh, but you still turn to that curatorium of secrets, or whatever it is they call it. If even regulars such as you abandon ship like this, what can a businesswoman do but take her wares elsewhere?
You're way too wary of the curatorium.
And how should I not be, Running small overseas enterprises is no mean feat. Never mind when such formidable competition exists. Forget it. Fortune and destiny are as one, so there is no use complaining. It's not as if Nefer did me no favors on account of our common homeland when I first arrived. If anything is to blame, it is the lack of opportunity to have her owe me in turn big time. Now then, should she ever need anything, you make sure, no, make doubly sure, to inform me first, alright?
I don't think we have a deal, Dory. I don't think we do. That's where Flynn's is. Thought that would be where Inefa would be.
Flynn's? Don't see
Oh.
you coming around here often. Just feel free to take a look. I'm busy right now.
Well, I've come to visit you, Miss Aino. Here, I've brought some snacks from town in their traditional butter flavor. So, where should I leave them?
Shh, Inefa might hear you. So, what's the occasion? Are you gonna say that the Rat Niki will be taking over all Wild Hunt incidents after that hiccup with the cannon?
And criticize a genius like yourself on account of results that none of us could anticipate. We would not be that crass. If we really did do that, I dare say we shall never again see technological breakthroughs.
Sweet talker.
It gladdens me to have set your heart at ease.
The cake helped, I'm sure.
Anyway, what's the matter exactly?
Well, could you help me repair this lantern? I did bring it to Nasha Town to get it fixed, but it broke again during our previous battle.
You want a genius like me to go fix a lantern?
Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this request should be better directed to Miss Inefa, and perhaps the snacks too.
What? I mean, I can totally do this, no problem. Wait right there. I'll be done before you can say fix it.
Much obliged, then.
Well, someone's easy to get to work.
And next time this happens to you, make sure to come to me first, you hear? fix my lantern, he says. Please, this won't take 10 minutes. If only everyone knew what the heck they were doing. Take that Hinsa, for instance. How in the world do you end up creating an integrated controller for the cannon and the barrier from random components people ask you to fix? Ugh, it gives me a headache just thinking about it. I gave him a real earful and told him to send me regular reports. If he's been working on it lately, I want to hear about it. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm partly at fault too, alright?
Alright.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I've decided my lantern has earned itself some thorough maintenance after that rather intense battle. Thank you for keeping my secrets, despite knowing as much as you do.
I didn't have time to ask this before, but why were the Lightkeepers able to detect your lantern?
Well, because otherwise I'd get in trouble with the Starshiner. If they couldn't detect my own lantern, I suspect the higher-ups would foist a standard-issue Ratnik lantern on me. A Ratnik carrying 2 lanterns. Imagine that. It would be an aesthetic transgression of the highest order.
Dual-wielding lanterns. So, could I have talked to Yehoda as well? I wonder now. Considering we only listened to their conversation. Is Nefa in there, or where is she?
Off we go.
Doesn't look like it. Well, let's go to who we know where they are. Oh, no, Nefa is here with Llama.
Krumkake creation complete. Please, enjoy while it's hot.
Ah! You fulfilled your order after all.
Thank you for going to the trouble of remembering that, Miss Nefa. May this taste bear witness to a friendship that will endure forever and a day.
Understood. However, I fear that Krumkakes do not keep for that long. A week at most may pass before their taste deteriorates.
That's not quite what I meant by...
Huh? We appeared to have some guests.
They must have followed the aroma of the Krumkake. It's all right. Come closer. Nefa's a friend.
Affirmative. In fact, I can devise a cereal omelet based on individual preferences before crushing it into servings to share around.
Huh?
What are they saying?
They are discussing your address. They wish to go home with you.
Please cook for us every day. Okay, no, they aren't here no more. Guess it was just...
Need a surfboard?
I know when Flints that stuck around after that conversation. Yeah, no more optional things around.
Carving waves! Need a surfboard? Let's ride!
an easy way up there, like this. Plain easy.
Hip. Hup. Hip. Hup.
That almost didn't work out.
Hey, it's the Wanatar! Should we go after her? Or do you have someone else you'd like to meet?
Ah. Okay, it would have been fine to step into the light. Paimon would have been clear to give us a warning. Oh! You left your cave?
Columbina! What are you doing here?
Was it not you who recommended such walkabouts to me?
Yeah, but aren't you afraid the Fatui will see you?
Fatui never look up, so it's fine if we stay high up.
Zandrone seems uninterested in my capture, and the others are unlikely to risk making contact at all. They have more troublesome affairs to deal with.
Reria, if I had to guess. He's a threat to all who live in Nod-Krai.
Well, it's good to come out for a walk either way. So, how do you feel? Is Nasha Town to your liking?
The flow of Kuvaki is somewhat turbulent, and the people are ill at ease. However... Is this where you purchased the dishes you treated me to?
Let's go shopping.
Are you serious? That's what she's concerned about? Berries and fried meat?
Paimon, you're the last one to complain about people liking food.
Well, we can take you to grab a bite if you'd like to. There's all sorts of delicious stuff out here that you won't get to try at home.
You've been quite subdued. Thorny questions on your mind, perhaps?
I'm concerned about Reria.
I could not gain any insight into his schemes, I fear. Now that he has donned a shape and form, selling his power short would prove a fatal error. But that power of his plays host to an obsession that borders on mania. I cannot say if that fixation is directed at the moons or at something else. Perhaps understanding the subject of his fixation shall prove key to repelling him in the future.
Been thinking about our spaceship.
I could look into the Eternal Moon's marrow for you if you wish it so. But after our previous attempt, I suspect your spaceship has been intentionally hidden away. Perhaps someone has certain truths they wish to hide from you, or from others.
Brother.
And I doubt there are many who could accomplish such a feat.
Let's talk about the Fatui.
Well, Zandrone's daily routine is highly irregular, while the doctor often orders people around. As for Arlecchino... Was that not what you were curious about?
No, I'm curious. Give me the daily routine of every Fatui Harbinger. I am interested.
Well then, have you been to that experimental design bureau of theirs? That weapon will play a key role in the Tsaritsa's plan. That's what I've heard, anyway. And what plan is that precisely? Well, I cannot say I care.
Capitan just sits on a chair lately. Yeah, it's a good routine for sure. I'm good for now.
I still wish to return to the moon that belongs to me.
Picture it, not that moon that belongs to her.
That is where the answers lie buried. That is my true home.
Kaguya will get you there, I'm sure of it. That hair really makes you look Kaguya. And that was all of the main story so far.
Interesting.
Yes, it was pretty interesting.
You followed me this far. Why not show your face?
Haha! Right you are. I forgot to introduce myself.
Oh, good. Maybe I was right. T was mainly the brawn and not the brain.
The name's Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
Oh. That's not how I expected to meet. And also we don't meet. Well then. To the lighthouse. I mean, that's gonna be, yeah, the blue dot on this island. Dun 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 dun. So, has Waka got some bad intentions, perhaps? Or has he been drinking too much? I guess our goblin friend from the beginning of this episode might have trouble finding his Vaka then.
Oh, gloomy skies overhead. Oh, just like the last time we were here. The air's all icky and sticky and dark and damp.
And all the other verbs, adjectives, stuff.
Whew, we didn't get a good look then. All Paimon remembers is that really tall tower. So, let's explore the area more fully this time. Wait, is that?
Cleanse.
Ah, good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong.
It's good night, actually. I honestly don't know what time it is either.
It is always dark in the final night cemetery, so I simply made a guess, presuming that you'd prefer to act during the day. It seems I was mistaken.
Phew! Well, it's good to see a familiar face, especially in this darkness. Oof! It really gives you the heebie-jeebies!
You needn't worry. This is my humble abode and the tomb of the Lightkeepers. And while somewhat dark, it is on the whole a safe place. That being said, I rarely receive visitors here, save for the occasional colleague. What brings you two here?
Well, to be honest, we just wanted to see where you live. We were in such a rush last time, we didn't get to do a proper tour.
I see. In that case, as guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both, on behalf of the spirits who slumber here eternally.
Graveyard to leading up to Halloween, are we?
Wait, do you mean there really are ghosts here?
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones. You might think of it as a veritable necropolis filled with souls. Isn't it a welcoming thought?
Not at all. If anything, this place just got scarier.
Ah, apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the hospitality that you deserve as guests. We don't receive many visitors here, after all. But I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of ghosts. Even so, I do hope your visit shall be a pleasant one.
I think we've met far scarier things than ghosts.
The spirits on this isle, while somewhat old-fashioned and hardly gregarious, are an unassuming crowd who keep to themselves. I have found they make perfectly decent neighbors. If you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible. The ghosts do not tend to set foot indoors very often. Although that might render your sightseeing experience a little less riveting. Let me think. Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt. In that regard, it has quite a bit of historical value, and is thus well worth seeing.
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we arrived. So, it's a lighthouse, huh? What happened to the light?
Any bets that there's an alkali at the top of it?
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid. As this island became abandoned, maintaining the lighthouse became increasingly difficult. Besides, even if we were to rally sufficient manpower to repair it, it would serve little purpose these days. In the past, it guided people on their way to and from the island. But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest.
It's a dark house now.
Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. They do sometimes come running out, speaking once familiar utterances into the void.
Especially on that image. It looks like a rocket. Can we send Kaguya back to the moon with this lighthouse?
In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds this island, you could consider restoring the lighthouse to illuminate your way. I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night.
Will lighting the lighthouse be a difficult task?
In general, the upkeep is quite an undertaking. It requires regular reporting to Pyramida, which is quite a distance away, and transport of fuel back and forth. The tower and the light themselves also need to be cleaned and maintained. But to simply light it up, you need only add some fuel and activate the lamp. It has merely been in a state of disuse, not disrepair. As such, you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you. I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north. That should be enough to serve your present needs.
Gotcha.
And if you should need to find me, I will be in an underground basement on the north side. That's where I will be sorting through my reports. I will meet up with you once I have completed my urgent tasks.
Lit. Yes, we are exploring a bit.
Huh. There really are a ton of headstones here on this isle. And they're all so old you can't make out the words on them at all.
Here lies Lightkeeper E2. Hey, I'm making out the words. Paimon just can't read. The Lightkeepers do so solemnly swear in this place. Thus did I. Deathly silence. Okay. Thus did you deathly silence. Here lies Dietrich, the Light Keeper. Here is a chair with a great view. They swear solemnly and loudly and profusely. What? Tavern Bulletin, what? New brews in stock, dandelion wine from Mondstadt, rich in flavor. Warning from someone, please do not touch my seat without permission. Oh no, I sat on it. I will be cursed forevermore. Here's a bunch of lamps. Anything happen if I light them all? Sounds like the kind of puzzle I would make, but perhaps no puzzling around here. Perhaps getting stuck in rocks. The bad kind of getting stuck in rocks.
Try and stop me.
Okay. If I hadn't had a motorcycle, I don't think I would have been able to unstuck myself. It's not the funny kind as it was before. Can't read that one. You need to be a very specific distance. Here lies Harper, the Light Keeper. As it so happens. In the very end of the game, I'll get a bad ending for sitting on a chair. Without permission. Here lies the Corian family. Here is a thing that leads to Dead Island. Might be worth checking.
Off we go. Carving waves.
This place is super dark. Feels kind of stuffy too. Huh. And there are ghosts over there. But we'll be fine, right?
There's ghosts everywhere around here, and we have been fine. Oh, not Aino's grave, just Imo. Cares about Imo.
Need a surfboard?
A sacred memorial to Arni Valkea Chudomir. And does that one get such a huge one? Okay, this is where that is. I've received your supply request, and HQ has approved it. I'll get Iluga to send it to you at the next opportunity. He was a big guy, perhaps. Yeah, maybe. P.S. You sure don't need some sort of pet, like a puppy or a kitten, to keep you company? You haven't replied, so I found you a dog. If you still don't reply, Iluga's bringing the dog over to the Fine Light Cemetery, you hear? Signed, your friend Nikita.
In need of my help so soon? One moment. Let me sort these letters out.
Hey, lucky you're getting a dog. Whether you like it or not. Dog will be happy to live on the cemetery. Yeah, lots of bones to dig. can actually not read that one.
Off we go.
Hey, I was correct. There is an Oculus up there. I expected it to be all the way up on the tip though. Lamp signal handbook. The reference list for light signals is as follows. Please remember the corresponding light signals and avoid sending incorrect ones. Distress, short, long, short, short, long, short. Guided, short, long, short, short, short. Summoning, long, short, long, long, short, long. All safe, short, long, short, long, short. Warning, the instruction is blurry and unreadable. Who reads warning anyways? I thought I could look through that. I guess we'd be seeing Fontaine from here. Like that's the harbor. All safe and distress are the same. I've transmitted many times. Oh good. That also doesn't matter. Here lies Jakob, the chef. Jakob.
Need a surfboard?
I think we've seen all the graves. That's a huge problem. Should use prefix codes next time. Nah. We'll add it in the next update.
Either way, let's try not to get their attention. Let's just grab the fuel and go.
Names mostly sound Finnish or Estonian.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared. They're staring at me. You sure took your time, didn't you? Come on, help me shift this fuel. It's almost time for our lighthouse shift.
Sure, let's shift the shift.
Does he mean...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. You scaredy cat. How you made the cut as a ratnik, I'll never know. Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost story on the way.
Well, seems you are having fun.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories? Wait, hang on. Was he just trying to scare us?
You ever heard of the blue fire?
Yeah, saw that, been there.
As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you, and never look all the way down at the ground. Always look ahead into the distant skies. Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog, and then, when you're at your most vulnerable, they come and take your life. That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll see a blue lantern shining out in the darkness. They say it only appears if you've run into the Wild Hunt or if you can't find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see the blue lantern appear, you must remember to follow it. Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Nod-Krai in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our fallen warriors. One who truly hated the Wild Hunt. Whatever it is, the blue lantern seems to be on our side. The side of the Light Keepers. I'll bet that's why the Starshina wants to make offerings to it on the island. Ah, shucks, look at me talking away.
I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
Wait, but we brought all the fuel with us. What's this guy talking about?
All right, I'd better get back. See you later, scaredy cat. It's nearly time for my shift.
Shift back into the past. Also, I guess I could have waited with climbing until we needed to climb.
Oh, finally, we're here. Let's find where the fuel goes and pour it in. Woohoo! The light's on! This should make things way easier. Now we can keep exploring.
Oh my, all the ghosts have assembled to watch the lights.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving fuel anymore.
Hey! It's the ghost from before who was talking about moving fuel. What's he doing over here?
The wild hunt came. It passed through all the graves. The fog clung to our ears, stuck to our mouths. We couldn't see or hear each other.
What's he talking about? Has the wild hunt really showed up? Paimon didn't see it at all.
To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they reach us. Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Every second we hesitate could mean another dead comrade.
Wonder if it's possible to hear what he's saying.
Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on! I've told you before, a lightkeeper always has to be prepared. We're all gonna die. They'll strip the bones from our spines.
Something's off. All the ghosts are coming this way.
We too shall cry tears of blood. The wild hunt is here! We've got to think of something quick! Okay, we'll try and stall them at the base of the lighthouse while you head up to the top.
Up to the top. Signal. Think of something.
If you've forgotten how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the tower for moments just like this.
But warning.
Do not fear, ghost. Do not fear, ghost.
Don't leave our bodies to the wild hunt. I beg of you. That is no way to die.
Death. Wild hunt. Go to the lighthouse.
Oh, the ghosts have surrounded the tower. Should we do what they're asking? Sounds like they need us to head up, find the handbook, and use the lamp to send a signal out.
I'll give it a try.
Lighthouse. Hope. Everlasting night.
Oh, and you sent me right back up. So what do we need? Distress?
The handbook says that we've got to aim the lamp in the right direction, then control the brightness according to the signaling rules. There are 5 signal types: distress, warning, guidance, summoning, and all safe. Huh. The part that describes the warning signal is illegible, so let's try one of the others.
Okay, you are saying distress. Like, that's clearly the correct one. So let's sign the wrong one. Meanwhile, Mualani dancing. Ghosts show no reaction. Perhaps this isn't the signal they want. Okay. Not gonna do all of them then, if there's no funny reactions for doing the wrong one. Yeah, I was also expecting that I'd have to input the light myself.
Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
What happened here? Ran into a spot of bother? A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them away to prevent them from blocking the area. And when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
Oh, it was pretty scary. They completely surrounded us and begged us to help them.
It was a little unexpected.
I sensed it too. This graveyard is bereft of life save for passing birds, the insects underground, and myself. Normally, it's so quiet you can hear yourself breathing. Up until just now, that is, when these ghosts started getting agitated. Was it because of the lighthouse? They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. In my experience, they have never coerced or harmed anyone in any way. This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. I must say, this is quite out of the ordinary.
Did you see anything else unusual on the way here?
The ghosts here tend to stick to fixed areas and repeat words and phrases that meant something to them in life. But now, all eyes are on the lighthouse. They have a rather indistinct appearance, but when they fix their yearning strongly on a specific place, I can sense where their cold attention is directed. Consider it a natural talent of mine. As to the cause of this behavior, I do have a theory.
What got into them, I wonder?
Ghosts are the echoes of living souls, a portion of their thoughts and memories that, for certain reasons, fails to enter the ley lines at the moment of their death, and thus they linger on the surface. The ghosts in question were lightkeepers in life, and as such, I believe the lighthouse is deeply embedded in their memories, something they are instinctually drawn to.
Like moths.
Relighting it must have stirred something in their memories, causing them to depart from their usual behavior. You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past, but it once served a great many functions, from guiding passing merchants and lightkeeper fleets to reporting on the Wild Hunt's activity in the surrounding area. In the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished. It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the lightkeeper sought to bring to Nod-Krai. But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a conflict against the Wild Hunt several decades ago. According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here. The Starshina of that time eventually decided to send a warning signal to the outside.
Wait, a warning signal? So, they didn't use a distress signal and call for help?
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ships. Without it, they likely would have been pulled into the fighting with little knowledge of the situation. But at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue. The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such. Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death. It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure humanity's long-term survival. After all, the Wild Hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are limited. This principle is most cruel to those who must sacrifice themselves. And yet, most of us willingly abide by it.
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal, right?
Oops.
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong? No, I don't think so. Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. You may have stirred up those memories, but that is all they are. Those to whom they once belonged are long gone. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, so am I. If you wish to find them, just follow me. Ah, yes. And please do not be alarmed by anything strange we may encounter along the way.
Hey, we get to be Flins. Surprising that that hadn't happened during the story.
Observe. Be silent.
Paimon sees them! They're all gathering on the beach!
Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that battle, they would have landed here. You have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with. A better way to communicate is to give them key information that might provoke some sort of a reaction. How about this? We'll go in together, but I'll handle the communication. After all, I'm not only a Lightkeeper myself, but also very accustomed to dealing with ghosts.
Sounds like a plan.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Help is on the way.
The Wild Hunt is coming in too fast. There's no time. Let us stay here and take them down with us.
This place will be enough of a graveyard by the time the night is through. Don't send more people to their deaths.
So, you don't need rescuing?
No, we do. Please, save us. We can't hold on much longer.
Everyone else is gone, and we are lost. What more can we do? Please, someone, anyone save us.
Ignite the blue lantern. It will guide you far from the Wild Hunt.
The blue lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if you light him up, it will be too late. He can help you destroy what remains of the Wild Hunt, but he cannot save you.
Don't rescue us. Don't come any closer. No, wait. Help us, please. Someone, anyone.
What's this supposed to mean? Do they want help, or don't they?
Those poor souls. On the one hand, they hoped that someone would send out a distress signal and save their lives. On the other, they did not wish to call in reinforcements only to send them to their deaths. And so they sought the help of the Blue Lantern spoken of in local legend. And indeed, one such lantern was still preserved on this island. That ought to have been their last hope in a time of desperate need. But to my great regret, it is of no use to them now.
Will any other horrible thing
they will recall the unfathomable suffering they experienced in their final moments. I will do what I can to comfort them.
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky and blast the winter winds across the wasteland.
We have sworn an oath, and so we must fight to the end.
We cannot wait for them to come. We are the last ones. Pick up your weapon.
We are the Light Keepers, who shine the eternal light of hope into the endless snow-swept plains.
Wait, Flintz! It seems like these ghosts have rallied.
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. It is not the ghosts who have rallied, but the Lightkeepers who fought to the bitter end. Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. It is so complex and yet so beautiful. The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death, the longing for a life of peace and stability, the surprising valor that wells up in the hour of despair. If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them?
I might perhaps lend them a helping hand.
Is that so? A response befitting an adventurer of your caliber. Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. To help these shadows of the heroes that once were forget the death that will soon be upon them, and return to their slumber. In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fade, and slowly return to the ley lines. But that time has not yet come. My dear Ratniki, I am Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz. Once upon a time, it was I who retrieved your fallen bodies from the battlefield. Now, let me once more lay you to rest, for you are worthy of my respect and earnest esteem. Look upon my flame and wander no longer. Return to your graves and forever rest in peace. "6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland, and in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace."
They're gone.
Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. The rest will later return to their usual state.
May their spirits find rest.
To me, they are both warriors whose memories should be honored, and my gentle, friendly neighbors. Unfortunately, I did not know most of their names, but my short interaction with them has deposited some of their memories within my flame. At the very least, I know now that the gentleman who moved fuel and loved to tell the tale of the Blue Lantern was named Imo, and the comrade he always called out to was named Itu.
Well, we saw those graves.
Many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected by the lighthouse, and I'm not sure if they'll all undergo changes like Imo. But if you're in the mood to keep exploring, would you come with me? I'd like to get to know them better still.
Let's do it.
It would be my honor.
Ah, and that's the end. And we unlock our meeting point, the Final Night Cemetery. Give another very nice picture. Ability improved. Exploration ability increased to level 1. We also get some stuff. And things. Oh, we can get the Gloomy Lighthouse, Eternal Light of Hope. if we finish this all and build it in our own teapot. And did not do any quests around here yet. Now there's more ghosts. Goodbye. So, worth noting, Loma can talk to animals. Someone else may be able to talk to ghosts.
Off we go.
Kinda interesting that they're giving more characters these special abilities. Yeah, now these ghosts are around. Maybe this is a puzzle you can only solve if you can talk to this ghost. Patience, young one. Once the torches are lit, the sea bath ceremony can begin. We will bask in the moonlight and bathe in the waves, cleansing the filth the wild hunt brings. Okay.
Rise with the sun.
I can light your flames. And that worked just fine. Goodbye, you. Yeah, they are going in the water now.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
There were some big flowers in there. But mainly, I just wanted to check out this line. Nope, not radishes. More local flora. What's with this island? In the middle of nowhere. Oh, actually, Flint's, it was daytime. A dim lantern. It appears to be the signature equipment of a lightkeeper. Oh, and Flint's can also talk to these. So we might not be able to do anything with that. There's a boat over there. There's a crab here. Nope, that's not a crab, that's a lizard. I'm disappointed. Is there anything on this island? Well, it's looking like there might not be anything. Just an island for island's sake. And that one is a bit far away. Okay, and there's only one more thing that I wanted to do today. This was not actually something I had planned, but it came up. Last time we unlocked something here with Colombina and didn't quite understand what that meant. By now I do. Is Colombina not in?
Look looking for me?
Yeah. You scared me. You really had to pop up from behind like that?
After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind.
Well, turns out very close. If you were our enemy, you would have easily stabbed us in the back.
Because you had nothing better to do, or...
Is that how it seems? No different than when I was with the Fatui then. There was never much for me to do.
Are you just playing tricks on them as well? Especially Marionette? Because the way she acts around you, I would believe that. Would you just appear behind her and wind her up?
The Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. I was never dispatched to seize a gnosis or anything like that.
So, what would you do to pass the time?
Take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But I came to do that last one less and less after Sandrone forbade it.
She didn't like your singing?
No, she praised it actually. But I had only recently joined the Fatui then, and she said my singing set the others on edge. Because, for those not in the know, it seemed like I was about to use some sort of power.
Oh, Paimon can sort of understand that.
Oh, and there was another reason. She said she did most of her research at night, so if I sang during the day, it would disturb her attempts to catch up on sleep.
This was the main reason, I'll bet.
So, I used to just sing outside her door at night instead. But still, she always chased me away.
I wonder why. Did you get along with the others, or did you just bother Marionette?
Get along? When we first met, Arlecchino did seem eager to get along with me. She often showed up behind me without making a sound, like I did to you earlier. She said it was an attempt to test me, I believe.
Ah, I see. You had a bad influence.
I too attempted to join in on the game, but she always managed to spot me before I even got close. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed to give her quite a scare from behind. But she never played that game with me again after that.
Ah, a sore loser, I see.
Yeah, Paimon doubts that was a game to the knave at all.
What else? Oh, the doctor often asked me to assist in his light realm related research.
I'm glad we are getting the Fatui Harbinger rundown after all.
I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Use Kuvaki to strike this. Use Kuvaki to control that. I stopped going after a while.
Looks like you're in a good mood today. You spoke quite a bit about your past.
Yes. Even though I've run away from home, I do have some fond memories of it all the same. Arlecchino and Sandrone treated me quite well, along with...
Yes? That expression. I wonder who she's thinking about.
Give me your hand.
Hand-holding? Again? Huh? Why?
Rosaline taught me. It's important to always express gratitude to others.
Rosaline. Rosaline? Don't mention it.
So, thank you for listening to me.
Is this the moon goddess's favor?
I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden.
Shh, Paimon. She's remembering certain things from her past, I think.
Yeah, guess you're right. Well, let's Let's not bother her then.
New Moon's Embrace obtained. So.
It's just like a seesaw. If you take something from this side and don't put anything on the other, the seesaw will tip over.
I see and saw.
People often give things to the Kuhenki, praying for good luck. I'm teaching them the importance of doing things in return.
Good for you. Good for them. Good for everybody. There's that thing. View my records. So, for the third time, how does this thing work? Last time, we got one of these. This time, we got the next of these. One of these will unlock every real-time week. So we can talk to her once a week to slowly unlock these things. And then more and more. Probably throughout our whole stay in Nod-Krai, I would imagine. So that's something to look forward to. Small talk with the lady. Well, no. If you take something from this side, you need to also take something else from the other side, not put it. Nah, we don't want balance around here. But it's a bit of a shorter one today. But that's fine. While working ourselves up to the next version update. I guess I'll do more side quests. Because why not? They have been interesting so far. And there's still quite a few on the map, what I have seen. And until then, we wait. Here, with the brightly blue flowers. Thanks for questionable physics. Never question the physics when you are sitting inside the moon.